So in this video, I'm going to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes and some of my tips and ideas for Webquests. So first of all, again, Webquests are something that I typically use at the beginning of a unit. I'll even do this maybe before a KWL chart if you use those. It's just a nice way to start because it gives everybody some background information. It maybe levels the playing field a little bit, maybe for some students, and hopefully gives them some interest. Okay, so let's take a look at the one that you might have completed. Again, I like having a little theme or backstory, and I definitely chunk information. One thing I like to do, particularly for WebQuest specifically, is I like to have a lot of different ways for them to get their information. So I'll have a short video. Again, I try to keep the videos between 30 seconds and 3 minutes. I try not to go too much past that. And then I'll ask them questions about it. I like having feedback loops. Even though it is a web quest, I do like giving them that feedback right away. So how I did that, the feedback only connects to the last question in the section. Okay? You can only use it as the last question in a section. Otherwise, it's going to loop weirdly. And again, to get that, 3 dots, go to section based on answer. And again, it only works for multiple choice. You can see if they get it correct, it's going to send them to a little gift that's like, yes. And if they get it incorrect, it's going to send them to a GIF that's like, no. The other thing I want to point out is the correct. Notice I've changed where it's going. It's going to go to section 5, the next section of work. And if they get it wrong, I've changed where it's going to go back to that section that they had wrong, that they had that last wrong answer. Okay. And again, just to do that, all you have to do is click and you can send it wherever you like. So that's how you can always change where it's going. Now, in this case, because I have that go to section based on answer, it doesn't matter what this is because whatever they click on, it's going to negate whatever this particular thing down here is. It's important to change it where it's sending them. So that's why I've changed it here and here. Let's take a look. So let's say they've gone on. I had a large piece of text. Large pieces of text basically just turn a student off or just tell them to like pick for the answer. They really won't read or skim through it. They might even just guess. So I've taken this piece of text and I've chunked it into 3 little pieces you can see here. So I did a smaller piece. It's still a lot of text, but still some more than less than the whole article. Asked a couple questions. The next part of the article. So I'm copying and pasting it, and then chunking it and asking questions on each piece. Infographics are fantastic. I like finding them. I'll make my own. I can make a Google slide and insert all these images and text boxes. If I don't find an infographic on the topic that I particularly like, I'll sometimes just take a few minutes and make my own. There's a lot of good infographics out there. You can just Google on many topics. I like kind of mixing up questions, not always just multiple choice, particularly if you're doing like key terms, matching definitions. The multiple choice grid is a great way to do that. WebQuests, if you just want to have this sort of curated experience to give them background knowledge, that's great. Typically, traditionally, I should say, WebQuests do have a task at the end where they have to apply that knowledge by doing some sort of collage or a short podcast, maybe a Google slide presentation. I would keep that short. Poem, song, flyer, PSA, um, so many ideas. Okay, a letter to a town council, what have you, if it's sort of an issue based one. And again, I always like giving them some sort of final huzzah at the end. Let's take a look at another one that I've made. Webquests are a great place to do a choose your own adventure kind of thing. These are a little more complicated as far as going using that go to section based on answer, but it's not too bad. Okay, so this is a web quest that I did about just sort of habitats and life, and we were locked down, and I wanted to get sort of out of our rooms. Uh, so I have my beginning. This is again a little backstory. We're going to go on a field trip around the world. It's nice to have a little image or GIF there. And then I again like having a section, even though eventually they're going to choose their own habitat adventure. I like having one section at least be a common section so that they're all going to see this section before they choose and kind of split off on their own pathway. Okay. In this case, I also like making it sort of personal. So I had some pictures from old travels that I did. I went to Madagascar, and I inserted that in there. And so I have some fun, a little right from Madagascar, the movie. And then there's this is actually a video, which is a presentation of pictures I took when I was doing this research study on lemurs in Madagascar. So this is not just an image, this is actually a short video they're going to watch about my travels and what I learned there. And then they're going to answer questions based on watching that short video. And then again, I threw in, 0 points. It's just their opinion. Not going to get graded, but I can look at those later. So that's their common section. And then here they're going to choose what they're going to study. Okay? So create this section, you're going to use again the 3 dots to go to section based on answer. And here it's not being right or wrong. They're going to choose what they want to study. In this case, it's different habitats. In science, it could be animal versus plant cell. It could be, oh goodness, different geographic regions. It could be different cultures. It could be different languages. It could be, a lot of different things that you could choose. Okay. And now they're going to click, and it's going to send them directly to that one section. Okay. And then in that section, I'm going to give them information. I'm going to, so in this case, they're going to be sent to there's a little bit of a reading, plus they're going to go to a link where they're going to explore some things. They're going to go on a hike. I got to fix that video. You always watch your videos. Sometimes go dead. So I have to replace that. So this is the Amazon section. You can put in videos, questions, under the sea. Here they're gonna go to this aquarium. They're gonna take a screenshot, like a selfie of them with their screen that like they're at the aquarium, so to speak. Arctic, and again, they're only going to be doing one of these, so I would add a lot more to each section in that case. Probably have a video, a reading, and an infographic, maybe 3 things in each section for them to get background information on, and some questions. Okay? And in this case, if you want to give them a task, you could put their name. If you already want to like pre-assign it, or if they're going to choose, they're going to create like maybe a poster, Google form, a Google slideshow, whatever it is about their habitat. And maybe they're going to do that in the classroom. Right? So this is the individual piece, and then maybe you're going to put them in groups. Everybody that chose the Arctic will get together and create one poster, right? They can share information. Maybe they got different things from their background information. So again, if this one's it's a lot on you, but you're going to use it more than once, and you can build on it. They're going to do a common section, and then they can choose, and then you're going to curate each of these for them. Okay? And this is just the beginning. You're not going to they're not going to get everything. If let's say they chose the rainforest. This one section that you're going to curate for those students is not going to be the end all be all, right? This is just the beginning of your whole unit on habitats, maybe. Okay. Okay. So I hope that helped give you some ideas of what you'd like to do, and good luck.